Today I am going to explain new concept, complex numbers, new lesson, complex numbers. See first concept, notation iota. All of you know meaning of iota, that is I. Already we use this one in so many times in first year in different topics, right? Iota I is defined as root of -1, I power 1 equal to I square equal to I into I, -1, I cube equal to minus I square into I, so -1, I power 4, I square into I square, -1 into -1, plus 1. I power 5 means I power 4 into I, therefore I power 6 equal to I power 4 into I square, 1 into -1. I power 7 is I power 4 into I cube, so 1 into minus I. I power 8 is I power 4 into I power 4, 1 into 1 and so on. So by observing these values, I power 1, I square, I cube, I power 4 values are same as I power 5, I power 6, I power 7, I power 8. Similarly, I power 9, I power 10, I power 11, I power 12 values are also I -1, I plus 1. Therefore, for any positive integral value of n, the possible number of possible values of I power n is 4. They are I -1, I plus 1. That means period of iota I is 4. Because there are 4 possible values of I power n. Therefore, period of I is 4. From this, we can find the value of I power n by using this period 4. See the working rule of finding I power n. Divide this n with 4 because period of that one is 4. Remainder is 0. Then I power 0, 1. Remainder is 1. I power 1, I. Remainder is 2. I square value -1. Remainder is 3. I cube value -I. So this is working rule of finding the value of I power n. So that means for any integral value of n, the value of I power n is 1 because remainder of 4n when divided by 4 is 0. So next, the value of I power 4n plus 1 equal to I. The value of I power 4n plus 2 equal to -1. The value of I power 4n plus 3 equal to -I. Because remainder of this one when divided by 4 is 3. So possible values of I power n: 1, I, -1, -I. See the examples. The values of I power 2020. Working rule. We have to divide this number with 4. Divisible by 4 working rule. The number formed by the last 2 digits is divisible by 4. That the total number is also divisible by 4. So, remainder of this one when divided by 4 is nothing but remainder of this 20 when divided by 4. Clearly, remainder of 20 when divided by 4 is 0. Therefore, its value I power 0, 1. Next, the value of 4037. Clearly, remainder of this one when divided by 4 is 1. Therefore, I power 1, I. Next, the value of I power 1259. Remainder of 59 when divided by 4, 4 ones, 4 16. Remainder is 3. Remainder 3 means I cube value -I. Remainder is 3, I cube value minus I. The value of I power 9866046592. So divisible by 4 depends on the number formed by the last two digits. Therefore, clearly remainder of 92 when divided by 4 is 0. Therefore, that's value is 1. So this is about the working rule of finding the values of I power n. N is any natural number. See these 4 values by observing. Sum of first 4 values is 0. See, sum of first 4 values 0. Similarly, sum of next 4 values 0. Sum of next 4 values 0. Sum of next 4 values 0. Sum of last 4 values is also 0. So this one implies we got one property, that is for any positive integral value of n, the value of I power n plus I power n plus 1 plus I power n plus 2 plus I power n plus 3 is always 0. The sum of the consecutive integral powers of I is always 0. These are always consecutive positive natural numbers or integers. So by using this one, see the problem based on this one. See the problem, sigma n equal to 1 to 1001 I power n. That means, so by opening the sigma, when n is 1 I, when n is 2 minus 1, when n is 3 minus I, when n is 4 plus 1 plus same values repeated, I minus 1 minus I plus 1 plus I minus 1 minus I plus 1 and so on. Sum of these 4 values 0. Sum of, from the above concept, sum of these 4 values 0, sum of these 4 values 0, sum of these 4 values 0 and so on. Thus, every 4 consecutive terms sum is always 0. So, but number of terms is not multiple of 4. See, number of terms counting procedure, upper value minus lower value plus 1. Upper value minus lower value plus 1. That is equal to 1001 terms. Number of terms is 1001. See the working rule, sum of first 4 0, sum of next 4 0, sum of next 4 0 and so on. So working rule, divide number of terms, not 1001. Here automatically number of terms is 1001. So number of terms counting principle working rule, upper limit minus lower limit plus 1, because 1 to 1001 means including n values. Therefore, number of terms is 1001. Working rule of finding of this type of problems, divide this number with divide number of terms with 4. Remainder, positive remainders 0, 1, 2, 3. Remainder 0 means number of terms is even multiple of 4. In that case, answer 0. Suppose remainder is 1 means there exists remaining term. By cancellation, all terms remain only one term, that is first term or last term. Means n equal to 1 case or n equal to 1001 case. That means n equal to I. N equal to 2 means remaining terms, number of remaining terms is 2. N equal to 3 means number of remaining terms is 3. Those number of terms, those 3 terms are first 3 terms or last 3 terms. This is working rule. See, here number of terms is 1001. If we divide this one with 4, remainder is 1. Means remaining terms in this one after cancellation is only one term. That is, we can take that term is from beginning or ending, no change. So from beginning, n equal to 1 means I. So that's answer is I. See, next example. Sigma k equal to 1 to 2019 I power k value. See, number of terms 2001 to 2019 means number of terms is 2019. If we divide 2019 with 4, remainder, possible remainder is 3. Remainder 3 means after cancellation there exist 3 remaining terms. They are first 3 terms or last 3 terms. I am taking first 3 terms. When k is 1, I. When k is 2, I square minus 1. When k is 3, I cube value minus I. Therefore, answer minus 1. Next problem. Sigma n equal to 50 to 100 I power n. See, number of terms 50 to 100 means number of terms is not 50 because 50 to 100 means including n values. So, number of terms 100 minus 50 plus 1, therefore 51 terms. If we divide this 51 with 4, remainder is 3. Therefore, after cancellation there exist 3 terms. We can take those 3 terms are first 3 or last 3. So I am taking first 3. First 3 means n equal to 50 case, n equal to 51 case, n equal to 52 case. So required answer I power 50 plus I power 51 plus I power 52. So there is working rule for finding the value of I power n. Again divide 50 with 4, remainder 2 I square value minus 1. Remainder 3, I cube value minus I. Remainder 0, so I power 0 value plus 1. Therefore, answer minus 1. See one more problem. Sigma n equal to 236 to 5005 I power n. So first count number of terms. Upper limit minus lower limit plus 1, that is equal to 4770. Number of terms in this expansion is 4770. So divide 70 with 4, remainder 4 ones 30, 4 sevens 28, remainder is 2. Remainder 2 means after cancellation there exist 2 terms. They are first 2 or last 2. We can take first 2 or last 2. First 2 means n is 236 case, n is 237 case. Last 2 cases means n is 5005 case, n is 5004 case. I am taking first 2 terms. Therefore, I power 236 plus I power 237. So remainder again procedure. Divide 36 with 4, remainder 0, therefore 1. Remainder 37 with 4, remainder 1, therefore I. So its answer 1 plus I. So these are problems based on the concept I power n plus I power n plus 1 plus I power n plus 2 plus I power n plus 3, always 0. Condition, powers are consecutive positive integers. See next problem. For this series sigma For this series, sigma k equal to 1 to 99 I power k. Required. First one, number of real terms. Second one, see the notes. I am reading the problem. For this series, sixth problem. For this series, sigma k equal to 1 to 9 I power k. Number of real terms, number of imaginary terms, number of positive terms, number of negative terms. See, I am opening the sigma. When k is 1, I. When k is 2, minus 1. Next, minus I, plus 1. Same values are repeated. I minus 1, minus I, plus 1. Plus I minus 1, minus I, plus 1. And so on. See, first, number of, in each bracket, there are 2 real terms, 2 imaginary terms. See the first meaning of real and imaginary. Form of the complex number is a plus ib. A is called real part, b is called imaginary part. In this one, minus 1 plus 1 are real numbers, I minus I are imaginary numbers. So that is the meaning of real number and imaginary number. Okay. See, in each bracket there are 2 real numbers, 2 imaginary numbers. Of them 2 real numbers. One is positive, one is negative. First I am counting number of real terms. So in each bracket there are 2 real numbers, minus 1 plus 1. In second bracket there are 2 real numbers. In third bracket there are 2 real numbers. And so on. Therefore, number of real terms is 2 into number of this type of brackets. Number of these type of brackets is equal to quotient of number of terms when divided by 4. First number of terms is 99. Divide with 4. 4 2 8, 90. 4 4 16. Remainder 3. This one means this quotient 24 denotes number of these type of brackets. This number 3 is after completion of these brackets, last remaining 3 terms. There exist remaining 3 terms. They are first. We can take these 3 first 3 or last 3. Last 3 means 99 case, 98 case, 97 case. First 3 means 1 case, 2 case, 3 case. K equals 1, 2, 3. See, first I am counting number of real terms. So in each bracket there are 2 real terms. Therefore, 2 into number of such brackets is 24 plus in these 3 are first 3. So in first 3 number of real terms is again one number, that is minus 1. So this is number of real terms. Next I am counting number of imaginary numbers. Same, in each bracket there are 2 imaginary numbers. 2 into 24 brackets plus in these 3 there are 2 imaginary numbers, therefore plus 2. Next to number of positive. In each bracket there is only one positive, one positive, one positive and so on. In each bracket there are only one positive number, therefore 1 into 24 brackets plus last 3 numbers are I minus 1 minus I. In these 3 there is no positive real number, therefore number of negative real numbers. Say in each bracket there is only one negative number, therefore 1 into 24 such brackets plus, but in last 3 there is one negative real number, so we have to count that one also plus 1. So number of real terms, imaginary terms, positive numbers, positive real numbers, negative real numbers. See next problem related to I power n. Working rule of I power n. Divide n with 4. Possible remainders are 0, 1, 2, 3. Remainder 0 implies I power 0, 1. Remainder 1 implies I power 1 I. remainder 2 I square minus 1, remainder 3 I cube minus I. So see the problem. This is previous old descriptive problem. The value of I power 592 plus the value of I power 590 plus the value of I power 588 plus the value of I power 586, the value of I power 584 plus 582, 580, 578, 576 plus I power 574. This is previous old descriptive problem. See, easy. I power n working rule. Divide 92 with 4. Remainder is clearly 2 I square value minus 1. See, difference of consecutive powers is 2. So here remainder 4 2's 8 4 3's 12. Sorry, remainder 0. Remainder of 592. Remainder of 592 when divided by 4 is 0. Therefore, I power 0 value 1. Here, remainder 4 2's 8. Again 4 2's 8. So, remainder 2. Remainder 2 means minus 1. Remainder 0 plus 1. Remainder 2 minus 1. Remainder 0 plus 1. Remainder 2 minus 1. So, you understand? See, difference alternative plus or minus, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1. Remainder is 2. Therefore, numerator value plus 1, denominator value minus 1. So, final answer minus 1. See, next previous, this is also previous old descriptive problem. See. The value of sigma k equal to 1 to 49 I power 2k whole to the power of sigma k equal to 1 to 107 I power k. Okay. First, see the base. Open the sigma. When k is 1, I square minus 1. When k is 2, I power 4 plus 1. See, alternative plus or minus. Minus 1 plus 1, minus 1 plus 1, and so on. Last number, when k is 49, I power 98. Remainder of 98 when divided by 4. Remainder 2. Therefore, last value minus 1. Start with 2. So last value minus 1 means that's before 1 plus 1. So see, base value minus 1 plus 1 cancel, minus 1 plus 1 cancel, and so on. It's before minus 1 plus 1 cancel. So last to minus 1 remain. So base value minus 1. Now I am finding new power value. Sigma k equal to 1 to 107 I power k. Just we see number of terms 107. The clear number of terms is 107. Divide with 4. Clearly remainder is 3. Remainder 3 means after cancellation there is just remaining 3 terms. There are first 3 terms or last 3 terms. So I am writing first 3 terms. When I is 1, I square minus 1, I cube minus I. So minus I plus I cancel. Thus base value minus 1. Power is also minus 1. So 1 by minus 1, that is minus 1. So see, next problem. This is also previous 2 times repeated. This one very important. See, if A by A1 plus B by B1 plus C by C1 equal to 1 plus I and A1 by A plus B1 by B plus C1 by C equal to 0. Then the value of A square by A1 square plus B square by B1 square plus C square by C1 square equal. Very important. See, by using these two, we can find this value. See, this one contains, here, this one contains squares of the values of A by A1, B by B1, C by C1. So, to obtain this one, squaring on both sides. A plus B plus C whole square. A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2AC. Therefore, AB by A1 B1 plus BC by B1 C1 plus CA by C1 A1 equal to square of 1 plus I. A plus B whole square. 1 square 1. I square value minus 1 plus 2AB means 2I plus minus 1 plus 1 cancel. RHS value 2I. Now this is required. See, this is required. Implies required plus 2 into. See, I am taking from numerator ABC, from denominator A1 B1 C1 in common. ABC A1 B1 C1. So, but there is no C, therefore by C. In denominator there is no C1. So into C1. See, check. ABC by A1 B1 C1 into C1 by C is C1 C1 cancel, C cancel, AB by A1 B1. Similarly, here A1 by A plus here B1 by B, which is equal to on right hand side value 2I. Given that this value is 0, see A1 by A plus B1 by B plus C1 by C value 0. Therefore, 2ABC by A1 B1 C1 into that value 0. Finally, required this is means this is equal to 2I. See, this type of problems working good just by squaring on both sides and by using this one get required. Now, that's the about the concept iota was completed. Next, definition of the complex number. See, a number of the form A plus IB where A comma B are two real numbers is called complex number. Complex number is denoted by Z. A and B are real numbers, positive or negative or rational or irrational, etc. For example, 2 plus 3i, 3 minus 4i, root 2i, 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is also complex number because we can express that one as A plus IB form. Okay. Root 2i is also complex number because we can express that one in the form of A plus IB. Root 2i is nothing but 0 plus root 2i. This is in the form of A plus IB. A and B are real numbers. Therefore, that is also complex number. So, complex numbers are denoted by Z. In this one, A is called real part, that is denoted by RE of Z. B is called imaginary part of Z, that is denoted by IM of Z. So, if Z is A plus IB, then real part of Z equal to A, imaginary part of Z equal to B. Okay. In this complex number A plus IB, if A is 0, that one is called purely imaginary. Example, 2i, 3i, minus 4i, etc. If B is 0, that one is called purely real. 3, 4, minus 5 by 2, etc. These are all purely real, these are all purely imaginary. If B is non-zero, if B is non-zero, means in that case A0 or non-zero. B is non-zero, A is 0 or non-zero, then that number is called imaginary number. Means 2 plus 3i, 4 minus 5i, 6i, minus 2 by 5i. These are all imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers means I coefficient non-zero, I present, I coefficient non-zero. What about A? Non-zero. In these two cases non-zero, in these two cases 0. So see the difference between purely imaginary numbers, imaginary numbers. This is imaginary, this is imaginary, this is imaginary. But this is not, this is purely imaginary. This is purely imaginary. This is just imaginary, not purely imaginary. See the difference. In purely imaginary, real part must not should 0. In imaginary numbers, real part non-zero or 0. So every real number is a complex number. The set of complex numbers is denoted by capital C or this symbol. Okay. Every real number is also a complex number, but converse need not be true, because we can express every real number in the form of a plus ib. 2 can be expressed as 2 plus i0. This is real number, also complex number. Suppose minus 3 by 5 can be expressed as minus 3 by 5 plus I into 0. So, thus every real number is complex number, but complex number may not be real number, because this is complex number but not real. This is complex number but not real. Okay, thus set of real numbers is subset of set of complex numbers. So, this is about just a definition of the complex number. See, one problem. That is, if Z equal to 3 minus 5i, then the value of Z cube minus 10z square plus 58z minus 135 equal to. See this model, some complex number they will give, see this type of problems. Complex number, some complex number given, they can ask what is the value of expression having degree, second degree or third degree or fourth degree or fifth degree or sixth degree, etc. So there are three methods. First method, just by substitute this one in the place of z and simplify, apply a minus b whole cube formula, a minus b whole square formula. By simplifying, get required. But that calculation is too lengthy. Suppose required is a second degree expression. Okay, that one is also okay. But given one has a degree, third degree, fourth degree, fifth degree, sixth degree, then that one is too much calculation. So see remaining two methods. First, see the working rule, problem model. They will give some complex number. What is the value of second degree expression, third degree expression, fourth degree expression, fifth degree expression, etc. Working rule. First, to form the second degree equation in the variable z by eliminating I. By eliminating I means send the real number to left side. Now squaring on both sides. Z square plus 9 minus 6z. See squaring of imaginary number, means that number contain, I see the squaring of that number. Minus square is plus, 5 square is 25, I square value minus 1. So square of this one is minus 25, not plus 25. I square value minus 1, minus 1 whole square is plus 1, 5 square 25. Send this one to left side, get second degree equation in a variable z. Plus 34 equal to 0. Now from this there are two methods for finding this value. See first method. Required. First write the required z cube minus 10z square plus 58z minus 135 equal to. So degree of this one is 3, degree of this one is 2, z square z cube. Therefore first to take z from first to 3 terms. First write this one. Don't take z from this. First write z degree 2, degree 3, difference 1. So z into, write z into first write this one. Z square minus 6z plus 34. Now adjust z into z square, z cube, okay. Z into minus 6z square, but there is minus 10z square. So for balance we have to write minus 4z square, 34z, but there is 58z, therefore we have to write plus 24z. Now constant term minus 135. Okay. Now value of this one is 0. Thus z into 0 equal to 0. Now we have minus 4z square plus 24z minus 135. Again, this first term is z square, but here minus 4z square. So minus 4 into first write this one. Z square minus 6z plus 34. Now balance. Minus 4z square, clear, plus 24z, okay, minus 136. But there is minus 135. Therefore, for balance we have to add plus 1. Minus 136 plus 1 minus 135. Now from this its value 0. Minus 4 into 0. 0 plus 1 answer. Therefore, the value of this one is plus 1. This is method 1. See, last method 2 actually. Method 3, that is rest method. If degree is more than 2, degree 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then of these three methods, third method is best method. Working rule easy. Answer this on its value is remainder of this one when divided by this second degree expression z square minus 6z plus 34. See, I am finding the value of this one by using third method. Divide the required one with this second degree expression z square minus 6z plus 4. See, z square z cube, therefore z into minus z cube, z into minus 6z minus 6z square, z into 4. 34. Let's see. Plus 34z. Now subtract. Minus 4z square plus 24z minus 135. Again, z square minus 4z square means minus 4. Therefore, minus 4z square plus 24z minus 136. By subtract, required. So answer 1. Get the same answer. See the logic part why we are taking answer 1. Dividendo equal to division property. Dividendo equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. But divisor value 0 into quotient 0 plus remainder 1 answer. See one more example. Similar example. Required has degree of the required has 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. We can apply third method, best method, division method. Working rule: first to form the second degree expression by eliminating I. Now by dividing required one with that second degree expression, remainder is answer. See. If problem, if f of x equal to x power 4 plus 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x minus 6, then the value of f of minus 2 plus I root 3. Question different asking. See, if f of x is a fourth degree expression, the value of f of minus 2 plus I root 3. This is nothing but if x is minus 2 plus I root 3, then the value of x power 4 plus 3x cube plus 2x squared minus 11x minus 6. So, the above problem and this problem are same. First, in the place of x there is minus 2 plus I root 3. X equal to minus 2 plus I root 3. First form the second degree expression by eliminating I. Send this one to left side. Squaring on both sides. X squared plus 4 plus 4x equal to I square value minus 1, 3. Send to left side. X squared plus 4x plus 7 equal to 0. So, I am using third method. Divide the required x power 4 plus 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 11x minus 6 with this is second degree expression x squared plus 4x plus 7. X squared x power 4. Therefore, x squared 4x cubed plus 7x squared minus x cubed minus 5x squared minus 11x minus 6. X squared minus x cubed. Therefore, minus 6 minus x cubed minus 4x squared minus 7x. Okay. Therefore, minus x squared minus 4x minus 6. X squared minus x squared, therefore minus 1 minus x squared minus 4x minus 7. Therefore, its answer is also plus 1. So, answer is plus 1 because this is required dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. But divisor value is 0, thus divisor into quotient value 0 plus 1 remainder constant. Next, see properties of complex numbers. First, means addition of two complex numbers, difference of two complex numbers, multiplication of two complex numbers, division of two complex numbers, etc. See first, addition of two complex numbers. A plus ib plus c plus id equal to, first add a part a plus c plus take I common b plus d. Okay. Next, difference of two complex numbers. A plus ib minus of c plus id equal to a minus c plus I into b minus d. Next, multiplication of two complex numbers. A plus ib into c plus id. See, multiplication of two complex numbers. These two are clear. Sum of real parts is the real part of required. Sum of imaginary parts is imaginary part of required. Similarly, difference. when there is multiplication, real part of product of two complex numbers is product of real and real plus product of imaginary and imaginary. A into C. AC. See, first by using ordinary multiplication, first AC plus AID plus IBC plus IB into ID. I square value minus 1, therefore minus BD. Now real part is AC minus BD plus, by taking I common, AD plus BC. So this is product of these two complex numbers. This is not formula, don't by heart, but remember the procedure. Real part of product of two complex numbers is to obtain real part of two complex numbers, multiply real and real, imaginary and imaginary. AC plus IB into ID is minus BD, that is real part. To obtain imaginary part of product of complex numbers, multiply real and imaginary, imaginary and real. Thus AD BC. I coefficient of I is AD plus BC. Similarly, see, for any two complex numbers, A plus IB into A minus IB equal to x plus y into x minus y, x square plus y square. A square, see, actually A square minus IB whole square equal to A square, but I square value minus 1, minus of minus plus 1, thus B square. So by heart this one, A plus IB into A minus IB is not A square minus B square, A square plus B square, because I square value minus 1. See, next to product division of two complex numbers. Division of two complex numbers. A plus IB by C plus IB. This is not complex number is in the form of A plus IB. So division of two complex numbers. Rationalize the denominator. Means multiply dividing with C minus ID. So clearly denominator from this formula. A plus ID into A minus ID is A square plus B square. Therefore, C plus ID into C minus ID is C square plus D square. Now see product of these two. Real is real and real, imaginary and imaginary. AC, to obtain real part of product of these two, take real and real, imaginary and imaginary. IB into minus ID plus minus minus. I into I square value minus 1, therefore AC plus BD plus I into imaginary part AID IBC, therefore BC minus AD. So this is A plus IB by C plus IB. Don't by heart this one, this is not formula, but remember the procedure. If we need A plus IB by C plus ID form anyway, to convert this one into this form A plus IB, rationalize the denominator. Means multiply divide. If there is C plus ID in denominator, multiply dividing with C minus ID. If there is C minus ID in denominator, in that case we have to multiply dividing with C plus ID. Just ordinary multiplication. Just remember the procedure. Don't by heart this one. This is division of two complex numbers. Okay. See one problem. Example, if x equal to A plus IB and x square equal to 3 plus 4i, x cube equal to 2 plus 11i, then the value of a plus b. So to obtain this one, see a plus b is required, means we have to find the value of x. Value of x square, x cube are given, x is required. Clearly, see a plus ib equal to x equal to, x can be expressed as x cube by x square. X cube value 2 plus 11i, x square value 3 plus 4i. See, division of two complex numbers. So working rule, rationalize the denominator. Multiply dividing with 3 minus 4i. So clearly denominator 9 plus 16, 25. Numerator, real part 2 into 3, 6, 11i into minus 4i, I square minus 1. Therefore plus 44. Next, imaginary. Minus 8i plus 33. Therefore 25. So 50 by 25. 2 plus i. So by compare, a is 2, b is 1. Therefore a plus b equal to 3. So this is about definition of complex number and properties of complex numbers. Tomorrow we will continue.